Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another video. I hope you're enjoying season 26. We are on, I think, day 6 early in the morning as we're recording this. Well, say early in the morning, it's nearly lunchtime. This is a guide on how to get more gems. It's just kind of some tips. I have augmented all of these 12 pieces here. So we've got 12 augments done already, and these are the gems that we have, which I think is a fairly decent amount for fairly early in the season. So I'm just going to go through the method of how to get these, because it's sometimes a bit of a bottleneck for people in the season, particularly early on. And I've collected up quite a lot of these Whisper of Atonements because I've just done lots of Echoing Nightmares. So yeah, I've got to get my skates on with some augments, so I do need more gems than this. But yeah, we're going to go through and do some tips. There are a couple of new ones. I've made this video a few times. It was, funnily enough, one of the first videos I made on the channel back on my Xbox, where people accused me of having a turbo hood because the UI looked funky. But yeah, we'll get into that. Before we do though, as always, welcome if you are new. Thumbs up really does help out the channel a lot. And let me know, did you know all of these tips? Do you have any other tips for gems? I guess it goes without saying, but we may as well cover it just in case. It's the most basic and super new thing is that not super new, most super basic thing, sorry, is you need a broken crown. This will basically double the gem drops that you get, so whatever gem you have in it. So I've got a green one here, so I'm going to get extra green gems when they drop. Now it does emanate, so if you're doing a T16 build, your follower absolutely mandatory should have one on. When you're doing your keys, you come across gem goblins every so often, you're going to get twice the benefit out of them. You're going to get twice the benefit from opening any chests. Anything like that is going to be pretty handy. Now, when you're doing public games, obviously the follower is not there, so you need to think about equipping your own broken crown. So we did a video yesterday showing the do-it-all bounty monk. I just wear a broken crown. This one obviously is awful, but it doesn't matter. I can still crunch the T16 bounties, and whenever I am doing them, I'm getting double gems. Now you can simply just pop one in your inventory and then swap onto it whenever you open a boss chest on bounties. That will get you the bulk of them. But the reason I like playing bounties with the actual crown on is 2 reasons. 1, you can come across gem goblins just in Sanctuary. And 2, somebody might do a Whimsy Shire portal, and that is an absolute stack of gems. So, you know, I just like to have it on because that way I can just blast through it, kill the goblins immediately, get into Whimsy Shire immediately, DPS the way through it, and collect the gems. So that's like a kind of basic one. Bounties, always make sure you've got it on. T16, it does emanate. Now, the other main source of gems is going to be sharing puzzle rings with people. Now you can do this solo. So I've got a selection of 15 regular puzzle rings here. Ancient ones are obviously much better. You just simply take it, pop it in the cube, and it will open a portal to Greed's Realm. We'll open up one in a minute because I just want to show you something, a little trick to get some more. Now, in terms of finding puzzle rings, they just drop naturally in the game. I tend to save up to about 15 of them. Ancient ones are obviously much, much better. You get much better rewards for them. But one way to get them is simply, once you've got a character that's fairly well developed, just roll shards for rings. You know, there's lots of good rings in the pool. Focus, Restraint, Commensurate Elements, Stone of Jordan. But every so often you'll get yourself a puzzle ring and you can just simply go and stick it in the stash. So these are all level 70 puzzle rings. So just keeping your eye out, keeping them, looking out for them, rolling your shards for them is another good way to get them. Now, similar with the Scream video as to how to get more petrified screams and how to do more Echoing Nightmares, if you're social in the game, it will help you out. So I think if we look back here on the clan chat, at some point we've, you know, literally I've just started making this video and Lone Wolf in the clan has said, anyone want to join for some puzzle rings? So, you know, if you're in a clan, you can share the puzzle rings and then you're getting kind of like 4 times the value. You can go into the Greater Rift community chats and type in plus for puzzle rings, and you never know, somebody might have one, they might be willing to share, they might have ancient ones which obviously would be all the better. Now, one thing I definitely would not do is I would not do the Reforge recipe. Let's get rid of that chat. I wouldn't do the Reforge recipe in the cube to re-roll the item, because that's just too expensive on bounty. That's definitely not worth that. Sometimes people do ask about that. And also, incidentally, if you are lucky enough to find a primal puzzle ring, there is absolutely no difference. Let's jump on to another character to show you a little puzzle ring strategy, how to get more of them, and then we'll talk about the new tips for this season after that. So I've got a witch doctor here at level 31. And there are a couple of other classes to this work on. I just do witch doctor because I know it definitely works. What you want to do is you either want to put in your paragon points and fight your way to level 31 and stop at 31, and that will take about 5 or 10 minutes. Or if you have a gem of ease, you can pop it in and you should be there. Where's my gem of ease? So I use this. It got me to 31 in literally about 90 seconds. Just, 6 or 7 monsters killed, and then in we go. Now at 31, there is a significantly reduced loot pool. So I've got one here to show you as an example. This is a level 31. You can see at the bottom, puzzle ring. Now obviously I didn't just get lucky and find this. I rolled shards for it and it dropped. Now there are 3 rings, I believe, in the loot pool at level 31. So we've got lucky there, 500 shards, and we've got one. So we've got 2 of these puzzle rings here, both level 31. Now I'm going to pop one back into the stash and just show you that it does actually work for a level 70 vault. It's not ancient, you obviously can't get ancient ones, but given there's only 3 rings in the pool, you will get a lot of puzzle rings if you do this. I mean, look, it's just RNG. I know somebody's going to leave me comments saying this doesn't work. It does, but even you've got a 1 in 10 chance of getting a legendary every time you roll. So it's roughly 500 shards on average to find a legendary ring. There are 3 in the pool, so on average it's 1500 shards per puzzle ring. That only works if you're spending thousands and thousands of shards. It's super possible to spend 5,000 or 6,000 shards and not see any puzzle rings. Equally, it's likely that you can spend 500 shards like we just did and get 1. It's just totally RNG, but if you want puzzle rings, it does work. So let's just jump back on the monk and show you that that does work. Then we'll talk about 2 little tips for the next season, or for this season, sorry, which does help us a little bit. So we'll go in, we're going to put on our bounty setup, which is this one, and then we're going to grab that level 31 puzzle ring, which is here. So level 31, and then we're going to go in, open it up, and you will see that it has opened the vault. Vault is going to be level 70, and then there we go. We're getting gems. Now you can do these in like runs of like 5 or 6 at a time if you want to. I tend to do a couple every now and then, particularly if I'm low on gems. I've got quite a lot at the moment. I still need more, but yeah, just stick on a podcast, listen to somebody stream or whatever. And there we go, we've got quite lucky. We've got a gem goblin. It's not guaranteed you're going to get a gem goblin. Some runs you'll come through and you won't. But you can also get the blue gelatinous ones. They do drop quite a lot of loot. I think they do drop gems. And it doesn't take too long to come through here. If you've got some gold find on as well, that is helpful because it's just going to give you gold. If you are a gold bug like me and you like collecting it, then again, so much the better. But there we go. What, a minute maybe to run through, and we'll see how many gems we have. Well, we won't see how many gems at the end because we had this full selection in here, but normally speaking, it's a decent amount. It's worthwhile doing. Now, an ancient puzzle ring, and don't screw up your mystic allies like this. Make sure you press the button when they're all around rather than when they're not. An ancient puzzle ring generally will get you enough for a few augments. I've done videos in the past running through 10 ancient puzzle rings all at once just to show you, to see how many resources you get. It is a lot, but this is one of the main ways. Now, the other way, really, for this season, there are 2 ways. Now, when you do go into an Echoing Nightmare, there is a very high chance you'll get a Bandit Shrine. If you want to know how to make sure that you don't miss it, just look out for the mini-map. When you go in, I'll put some footage on screen hopefully, but when you go in, you've got your square little mini-map, you've got your pylons in the corners. What will happen is it will spawn, I think after like wave 120, 130, something like that, and it'll just look like a regular shrine. So you'll have your 4 pylons in the corners, and then all you need to do is keep an eye on the mini-map, and you'll see a shrine pop up. It will look different. It's not a condi, it's not a channeling pylon, a power pylon, anything like that. It looks like a normal shrine, and then you just go over, click it, and you get a load of goblins pop out. This is really handy because it's got tons of resources. It will lag the game out on 4-player PC, and you just have to play that by ear as to whether that's something you want to do or not. We obviously made that funny video saying don't click them because it kills everybody. I've started to take them now. I've got enough toughness that generally, even if it rubber bands pretty hard, I probably will survive. So I have started taking them, and that does give us some extra gems. The second tip for the Echoing Nightmares is actually just to keep a broken crown in your inventory when you come to do the chest at the end. It's not huge, but if you do pop your broken crown on, open it up, there are some marquee gems in there, and it's just a little bit extra, and that will help you out. And basically they're the tips. Be social, puzzle rings, level 31 puzzle rings are fine. Broken crown all the way for bounties, broken crown for T16, broken crown for hot swapping in your Echoing Nightmare, and that should hopefully see you pile your gems up pretty high, because we do have an awful lot of augments to do. Right, I don't think I've got any other tips for gems. That is literally just it. If anybody has any bright ideas, do let me know. Always good to get more methods. But yeah, I've been the Filthy Casual. I hope this has helped you out. Take it easy, guys. Peace.